Welcome back to Grow Joyfully. Today I'm going to work in the main garden quite a bit. You probably can't see it, but straight ahead in the verbena, there he goes. Nope, she's still there. There she goes. Nope, she's still there. There's a hummingbird. I'm going to be working in the main garden and going out there to check the golden plums. My tree is absolutely heavy with them. I don't know if they're ripe yet, but it's starting to look like it. So I better get out there and get some picked. But first of all, I'm going to have my breakfast in the pavilion. It's such a lovely time of the day, especially when it's in the shade. I can really feel the heat coming on. It's going to be, I think, 97 today. Hot, hot, hot. So we'll make sure all the animals are well watered, fed and taken care of, and that the garden is very well watered. I am ever the tomato optimist, and if there's any bare ground, I'm going to want to plant it. I just can't stand seeing these beautiful plants go to waste. They may not bear any fruit at all, but I'm going to put a big hill and a northern ruby paste, which are supposed to be determinates, in this bed right here. Now, staking them up is going to be a bit of a challenge. I think I have some tomato cages hiding in the barn somewhere, so I will try to dig those up. But I wanted to plant these and see if they could just bear anything at all. And I don't see why not, because they'll just end up in the compost if I don't. So if I get a little bit, then it's a win. I've staked them up and tied them and cut off the bottom leaves. I also tied up this pale Armenian cucumber. I have great hopes for it. I'm going to tie up this cucumber, that's a volunteer, and the tomatoes that are on this cattle panel. I have tied up the jalapenos and tied up and pruned all the tomatoes down here, except for this one. The ananas noir, if I'm saying that right, which means black pineapple. A kind viewer set me straight that it wasn't black banana, it's black pineapple. So it is doing very well, and it has actually set one little tomato right there. I have great hopes for these. I really hope they will bear some, and it's just fun to be able to care for them and love them, no matter whether they really produce well or not. It's nice to have plants in the bed, so I'm happy with the results so far. We'll see what we get. I have done my quick weed for this bed. It's looking pretty good. I need to get over there to those golden plums before it gets much hotter. It's going to be a warm one today. The sun gold cherry is looking kind of wild. I think I better get the top part tied up before it breaks off. The beans are climbing up it. It's just going to be so much easier for it to break. Enough stalling. It is time to go out and check those golden plums. I have a little garden wagon here, all washed out and ready. But before we get out there, I'd like to show you this beautiful Rose of Sharon, which we thought died about a year ago, but it's come back, and that's lovely. Maybe that's its growing habit. It dies back so much during the winter, and then it comes back and blooms about this time of year. So I'm not sure, but it certainly is pretty. Looks like an hibiscus to me. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. Yes, we have some ripe golden plums. This is the fullest I have ever seen it. I'm surprised the branches haven't snapped. So I'm going to relieve some of the weight off of it. I hope I brought enough containers. They are very sweet and very delicious. Very juicy too. Isn't this incredible abundance? When you have a bumper crop like this, you definitely take advantage of it and make all the juice or jelly, or you can just can the whole plums. It's amazing. It's a little overwhelming, but I think it's exciting. The blackberries are definitely slowing down. I don't know if this is what the canes do when they're finished for the year. If you have any information, please let me know. I'm afraid it's got a bug and it's going to die. And this one that I've been growing here is the oldest. It's 3 years old. That's 2, that's 1. Or it could be on 4, 3, and 2. I can't remember. But they're getting up there in age. I'm going to try to treat it with an insecticide and see where we get, but very distressing. But we're still getting some blackberries, not like we were. They were just so incredible. But I'm really enjoying them this year. I'm picking some dragon tongue beans. I like to keep them smaller so they don't get too tough. These are really pretty beans, and they taste good too. When you boil them, they just turn green. The purple goes away. But I know the purple with the anthocyanins in it is very good for you, whether it's in the water or in the bean. You really have to look down between the leaves to make sure that you get them so that they don't get too long and too tough. They hide really well. So grateful for the shade of the hoop. Seems like I'm getting hotter and tired a lot earlier every day. The heat really takes a lot out of me. How about you? It's only 10 minutes after 11, but wow. I gotta make sure every day these things get watered. I have to go check them by hand and water them by hand because I can come back the next day and they look almost dead. It's definitely a challenging time of year. These red zinnias are so pretty. All I ended up with here was 2 plants. And they've just gone crazy. There's the chocolate sprinkles, volunteer plant, and a pole bean. I thought I was planting a bush bean here so it could grow at the end of this bed all by itself, but no, it is a pole bean. So I'm trying to make do with a makeshift little teepee. The pink ones in the next bed are beautiful too. Well, it's only about 11:45, but I'm getting a halo in my eye, and that means I'm getting a migraine. So I think I'll stop the video here and not be out in the heat anymore. Just listen to my body. Time to go in the house and take care of me. I had a nice little harvest today, and I have some blackberries, and I'm going to count that good. Not to mention the wonderful, wonderful bowls and bowls full of the golden plums that we've picked, and we've only picked half the tree. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and that maybe you learned something. And I hope that you're having good luck in your garden. And even if you're not, that you'll just keep trying. I think it's worth it. It's really good for our souls and our spirits and our minds and our bodies. And I think that even if you don't get a big harvest out of it, it's just very beneficial in all those ways. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. We will see you on the next video. Thanks for stopping by.